A special documentary of the class of AK-18 students, History and International Studies. Akwa Ibom State University is one of the fast-rising institutions in the country, ranked in 2022 as the second-best state-owned university in Nigeria. Akwa Ibom State University is a multi-campus institution with two campuses. The main campus is in the southern or coastal part, mostly within Badeni local government area, but also including Eastern Obolo, Ona, and Ibuno local government areas. The first phase of main campus occupies an area of about 7 hectares. The main campus currently houses the faculties of Biological Sciences, Education, Engineering, Physical Sciences, and School of Postgraduate Studies. The Obiokwa campus is the second campus, and it houses the faculties of Agriculture, Arts, Management Sciences, and Social Sciences. The campus has a suburban setting adjoining Abak town and about 15 minutes drive from Uyo.
So I'm proudly an historian and a diplomat who is about to be sent to anywhere to represent the state or the country. That is a great privilege, man.
The Department of History and International Studies was established on March 2012 with Professor Otto Basiokpan as its first head of department. The department got to its milestone, hitting a decade in 2022, and yet to produce the first class from the department. One of AK-18 students from the department chose to dedicate her long essay to the Department of History and International Studies. Her name, Enobong Friday.
Of the Department of History and International Studies at State University, 2012 to 2022. So one would ask, why did you pick that topic? There are no materials, there are no resources to write on this book. Well, one of my interests was, as a department, the department has produced graduates and they would call themselves historians, internationalists, diplomats, ambassadors, among others. But even as historians that the department have produced, we do not have a written document of the history of the department. Anyone who comes in, like I remember vividly when I came in my year one, I only relied on the student handbook, and that was just it. So I saw a need where we would have a resource that or materials where we would fall back to, okay, who were the founding lecturers? I could go back to this material, I could go search how many students did we have. I mean, history deals with data collections and analysis, so it's necessary all these are put in place. So Department of History and International Studies started in the year 2012, but academic lectures resumed fully in the year 2013, which was in March. And we had 4 founding lecturers, which include Dr. Otto Basiokpan as the Dean was, Mr. Egwe Peters as the Dean was, Dr. Awana Suko, and Dr. J. Albasi. These were the 4 founding lecturers we had. But as of now, presently we have 9 lecturers in the department. The department started with just 33 students. Yes, they started the department. So the year I wrote this work, which was 2021-2022 section, we have a total of 240 students. So you could see there had been an increase instead of decreasing. We are actually increasing. So I think one of my observations about the department, because no matter how the positive things I write about the department, there will always be a negative side. And to my aspect, I feel one of those things is, in as much as we deal with the theoretical aspect of history and international studies, I think there is a need for us to go into the practical aspects, documentaries, videos, where we need to step out. What do they call it? Excursion, exactly. And to me, I feel this is something that does come once in a while.
And it should be the place of the department, not the student.
Yes, I think it's something that every section, it's either in the course titles or something, but there should just be a need where we need to step out of the department. I studied history and international studies. I don't think I've attended any excursion from this.
So you didn't attend the
I didn't even
one?
attend the last one.
By yourself.
I feel maybe because it's just a student thing, student week. I feel it's something that's
a requirement, like a course of itself.
Then it's going to be a need. I mean, I studied history and international studies, and I'm at some point looking at going into the field of diplomacy, ambassadors, and never for once in school have I sat down to speak to the diplomats. Then what's the essence of studying?
So are you trying to tell me that your lecturers are not diplomats?
I mean, serving career diplomats, not lecturers. I've had encounters with lecturers, but I mean, there's a lot of questions you want to, and you know, there's a way you see someone, you see a core historian, you see a core diplomat, and be like, there are so many questions I just want to ask. Okay. And what I realized about the department is we have more of historians.
Okay, and less of diplomats.
I don't even think you even have diplomats.
But Dr. Peter Ekwere is more of a diplomat.
It's not something he does as a career.
A career, okay.
Yes, it's not something he lectures.
Okay.
But then I think
he practiced at some point.
I don't know.
He has been in the service.
Are you serious?
Likely, yeah.
I don't know. But you know, there's a way I want to see a diplomat, and I'll ask, okay, what was the requirement for them to send you to US and not to Nigeria? These kind of questions that we young students would love to ask. So those are one of the observations I got in. I just realized that the foundation of history and international studies started through the efforts of just one man, and we call him the father of the department, which is Professor Otobasi.
Thank you for bringing that in.
Yeah. I mean, I will not talk about the department without talking about him.
Please, can you tell us more about him?
Well, okay, when I came into my year one, he was
the way he lectured. Come on.
I mean, the first time it was just so funny.
Everybody was dazzled.
And I'm like, wow.
We were wondering. We didn't.
And to be sincere, that first day I did not understand
anything. We didn't.
Because I said we were just lecturing for graduate students, and I was like, I mean, when I was in my secondary school, when they lecture, they will write on the board, they will explain, they will examine, they will ask questions. But what I saw that day was just fun, and I got impressed because it takes a lot for someone to come teach 2 topics in a day, 2, 3. And then he's doing this without holding. Right, there was a point where there was argument on who really is the pioneer HOD of the department. Okay. And that happened because he did not stay up to 4 months in office. And this only happened because he was appointed Dean Faculty of Arts. Okay. So the person who took over, which was Dr. J.R. Basi, still stands the ground that he is
the pioneer head of the department.
But according to research, according to the data collections that and talking to almost all the lecturers, they still take a stand that even if he just stayed 2 days in office,
he is the pioneer.
He is the pioneer.
Okay. You said he's the one that through his efforts the international studies came to be established in Nigeria, not just Akwa Ibom.
I know. I'm talking about
the students.
Well, I believe that everybody's coming from different.
Any first class?
Even at some point the department did record the first class, but after convocation and NUC came for accreditation, they observed that there were some mistakes. So they had to call back this person. And since then, we've not had any first class. The department hasn't produced any first class. And from my own point of view, as a class representative, I believe that we as a whole students, we do not expect everyone to come into school perfect. You're going to see the crazy set of people, you're going to see the annoying, you're going to see the amazing, you're going to see the intelligent, brilliant set of people. And this, I believe that we're all coming from different backgrounds, different environments, so we're expecting to be the same. But as a student, I think I've enjoyed my stay here in Akwa Ibom State University.
All said and done about the department, our focus is now on the AK-18 class. Admitted in the year 2018 by JAMB, they resumed after about a 4-month strike by ASU. In February 2019, a class of about 65 young individuals were gathered. Giving us more insight on the class in its formative years is a one-time class representative of the AK-18 class, Godsu Ludo.
My aim here is to talk about AK-18 as a class,
during its formative years. AK-18, students of AK-18 came in very agile. They were very agile and active politically. As for history and international studies, when we came in, things were not easy. We were kind of class that was, you can't stay without a fight. You can't stay without a challenge. From the inception, I ended up being the class representative year one, and I had a number Friday who was right beside me. It had been a challenge, and it had been tough personally on my side. In those early years, we decided to come up with a structure, having the likes of Etumetum, Remedy, Antia Nebiet, Barawa Osanga. All of them, we came together to form a structure. Now, forming this structure was to help the class proceed and go forward. And along the line, things fell apart, and I couldn't hold the center, so I had to leave the scene so that the class can progress. So that's how it has been. However, we were able to achieve something together. It had been a challenge all along to achieve something together as a class. But on the line, we had to set our differences aside and achieve one thing. That was in the marriage of one of us, Rebecca John. We went together as a class in uniform, and it was such an amazing outing.
I want to say, I want to yell, I want to talk, I want to speak.
However, the AK-18 class have been one of the most proactive sets in the university. The political orientation and awareness of the class was epic. Responsible for these was the likes of Item, who was a former Senate President, College of Education of Aransat, and Remedy Effiong, who was a senator representing diploma students at the University of Uyo. Their charisma, student politics, was evident in a strong forum formed within the class called the community. Members of the class held various offices as highlighted by the President, Student Historical Society of Nigeria, AXU Chapter, Antia Enebiet.
My class, AK-18 Strength National Studies, we are full of timber and caliber. And I remember when we came in our year one, in 2018, precisely, or 2019, we went for a wedding of our colleague. And by year 2 or year 3, almost all of us had different political positions. I can vividly remember in my year 3, we had the Oro International President, we had the President, the Student Association, we had the two. And the two and the race, and by then I was the director for sports. We had faster sport here. We had someone representing us in the faculty as director for sport and the so my class was very good.
Okay, thank you.